Please welcome Carrie Bradshaw.
Give it up for your host, Tony Soprano, everyone. Yeah, isn't he doing a great job? As I looked at Tony, a thought occurred to me. On paper, he had everything I ever wanted. Money. But then I realized Tony Soprano was part of a lifestyle that I would never fit into. New Jersey. I could never let his Range Rover into my Lincoln Tunnel. Wow, guys, it's great to be here. Give it up for Conor McGregor for showing up. I won't be watching his fight, though. You know, if I wanted to watch a white guy get embarrassed by a wife beater, I'd just watch The Sopranos. He's fat. Only I didn't watch The Sopranos. If I wanted to see a wife beater bursting at the seams, I'd keep up with what Johnny Depp's doing. Give it up for Lucille Ball for being here, right? Yeah. Lucy was a housewife who cried like a child whenever her husband told her no. Thanks for being such a sterling example to women, Lucy. I could tell Lucy didn't get my joke. I would have to have a man break it down for her. I guess you could say that we've got some mansplaining to do. But seriously, I admire Lucy a lot because she had the fortitude to do something that I would never be able to do. Bang a Cuban guy. As I look around the stage, I see the beginnings of a new posse that I could have. Like Crazy Eyes, you're like a Charlotte, sweet and childlike. And a wide-eyed idiot. And Omar, he reminds me of a Samantha, tough and powerful. And goes through young men faster than AIDS in the 80s. And Lucy, Lucy, you're like a Miranda, a ginger cunt. Persistent and determined. Oh shit, I think I said the wrong part out loud. Anyways, poor Crazy Eyes, right? Everyone is so mean to you. You already have to deal with gangs and abusive guards. And worst of all, those flip-flops. Ugh. I know. But, I love Orange is the New Black, though. It's so wonderful to see a show about one woman's persistence despite, the most gut-wrenching obstacle life can throw at you. A sexual relationship with Jason Biggs. Oh, God, why? Oh, God. Omar from Omar's here. He's from a show called The Wire. It's a show about, the struggles of poor people in inner city Baltimore. And see, actually, I'm working on a new show. It's about the struggles to find a decent bra, that works with a strapless dress. I call it The Underwire. Good one, Carrie. It was a good one. And then there's the, man of the hour, Jon Snow, But I had to ask myself, wasn't Jon Snow more attractive on television? In person, he just looked like a Teddy Ruxpin cosplaying as a liberal arts professor. Which made me wonder, how did he expect to win the Game of Thrones when he looked like he'd get winded playing a game of Monopoly? Jon Snow was so cute, but I'd been duped by guys like him before. Quiet and brooding with the lights on equals awkward missionary with the lights off. But Game of Thrones has won loads of Emmys. I haven't seen rape get awarded this much since the 2016 election. And what is the deal with airplane food? Rein it in, Carrie. Okay. I get a lot of flack for being, self-absorbed and annoying. I've even been called TV's first female anti-hero. That puts me in a league with people like Tony Soprano, Al Swearingen, Walter White. Sure, they may be meth dealers, pimps, and murderers, but you guys are right. My shoe shopping addiction is unfucking redeemable. Yeah, people have widely criticized my looks. I don't know if you guys have heard. Some people say I look like a horse. Which is, completely understandable. I get it. Because it's because they're used to seeing such hot pieces of dick like Tony Soprano, or the Crypt Keeper, or Jon Snow man, Snowball, Snowcone, Jon Snow fat. Women didn't need me to be gorgeous. Women needed me to be relatable. I showed women in the 90s that you didn't need to conform to one type of beauty standard. You could be anything you wanted, except fat. Oh God, bleh. You can't be fat. Could not be fat. Oh God, bleh. But I'm just like all of you. I put my Chanel fur capelet on one neck hole at a time. And people say my show. People say my show. You know what? People say my show was an affront to feminism. Really, my show, an affront to feminism. Please tell me, what role would you suggest that I had auditioned for instead? How about emotionally and sexually abused prostitute on Deadwood? Or how about emotionally and sexually abused wife on The Sopranos? Or how about emotionally and sexually abused mistress on The Sopranos? Or you know what? Or how about emotionally and sexually abused albino mongoloid witch on Renaissance Rape Parade over there? Which one would have been a better? Which one would have helped feminism out a little bit? My favorite thing is when a dude tells me, well, of course there's a lot of rape on Game of Thrones, Carrie. It was a rough time for women back then. I'm sorry? Back when exactly? Back in the time of dragons and magic? When exactly? You loopy fucking cucks. When exactly? You guys are right. I'm the dummy. I'm the dummy for thinking that if you can CGI in some shadow babies and some ice zombies, that you can also edit out the non-stop sexual assault. But you know what? I'm the asshole for saying it. I'll just go fuck myself. Game of Thrones is great. It's fucking great. Jesus Christ, it's as if HBO stands for hates box owners. How is the thug from The Wire the most progressive character up here tonight? And what about Sex and the City is so terrible for feminism? It's a bunch of unmarried women in their 30s and 40s working, drinking, and exercising their free will and their legal right to choose. If that ain't feminism, then go diddle your clit to The Handmaid's Tale, you judgmental bitches. Do you all know how much shit Lucille Ball got in the 50s for having the audacity to be the first female character to ever be pregnant on television? Or for being one of the first people to portray an on-screen interracial marriage? She paved the way so that 40 years later I could get fucked up on Cosmos and gossip about cunnilingus and golden showers, okay? And then I paved the way in return. I paved the way for the next generation. Unfortunately, that generation is apparently just Lena Dunham smearing her sloppy, awkwardly shaped ass all over your high-definition TV screen. But I am not here to complain. I'm not here to complain.
But why does she get to be fat and I didn't? It's not fair. And there it was, my aha moment. The world had changed since my heyday. And as I stood there on the stage, reflecting on where I had come from and where I was going, I realized one thing about myself, shining bright and true, that I was going to let Tony Soprano eat my butt in the bathroom.
Thank you,